Hello, folks, and welcome to Verdale. Today, well, it'll just be a normal day, but we'll still. What the golly is that? Whoa, 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 whoa. This ain't your vid, this is my vid. So get. I mean, like, what do you think you're doing here? What do you think you're doing here? Um, whatever. Wait, you have something for me? Let me see here. And it better be good. Wow. Wow, wow, wowie. Oh, wow. Okay, with that little thingy out of the way, I am super stoked with this. I'm like, now this graph was made with Claude AI. Now I'm very anti AI, but because it's really bad quality. But like Claude did an amazing job with this. That was all AI generated, and I know AI generation is bad, but that was awesome. And I'm kind of scared. I'll link the Claude thing in the description because it is pretty awesome. But yeah, we're gonna go into the awesomeness of this new government structure. Um, how the government works and how I really think this is going to be a really good benefit to Veridale, which I'm super excited for. Okay, so originally I was going to print it, but I don't think printing would work because my printer's kind of. I want you to see the Veridale flag in the background, so I'm going to put the document here so y'all can see it. Okay. And yeah, this is gonna be super exciting. And okay, three, two, one. Okay, so first off, I'm gonna move here so y'all can see my face, and you can all see the awesome graphing that I'm super obsessed with. Second off, we're gonna do least important, not least important, but like least coolest in my opinion, the most coolest, which is me, the marshal. Yeah. So let's first off start off with the ambassadors. The ambassadors are. I have a list, fancy thing on the website if you want to check it out, but I don't want to explain it here. The ambassadors are appointed by the marshal, and their job is to foster trade relationships with allied nations. And that's like the spiel, but like their goal is not just allied nations. Ambassadors are supposed to like go out there and find homesteads, find farms, businesses, manufacturing, foster relationships for economic and partnerships and communal partnerships, and just foster that relationship with real, represent Veridale in the outside world, and have people have. It's just awesome. I think bathrooms are very important. Secondly, we have. Okay, so wow. Secondly, we have governors, which I spent a lot of time thinking about how this would work. It's inspired off Stamaria because I'm kind of lazy, but governors are people appointed to take care of the land. This is a paid position within Veridale, and just keep in mind we don't have this yet. This will be in the future, but these are paid officials to take care of the land. We will pay them to take care of the land, and there's two different kinds of governors. So the appointed governors is the paid position, and the independent governors. I haven't thought of that far yet, but independent governors own their land, while appointed governors manage my land. And then down there we have the marshal held land and the affiliated land, which affiliated land is owned by independent governors, and appointed governors are control marshal held land. And governors obviously are a very, very important role, but we do not have a governor thing yet, so keep that in mind. Now we have the ministries, which the council is more exciting, but the ministries you have to get down first before we explain the council. Okay, um, so let's say you have an interest. So let's say you like geography. Let's say you like science. Let's say you like, I don't know, cookies. Cookies could work. In Veridale, we love dreams and we want to promote dreams. Okay. So with ministries, you will be tasked with researching and developing that interest. You will have to do it. Okay. And we will be promoting you, supporting you with that task. Okay. Um, and now that means you have to do work. You have to like assign a council member. You have to. It's a lot of work, but it will. If you are dedicated to that goal, we'll help you out with it by you creating your own ministry. It's selective. We are very selective on who we help out with ministry stuff, but it makes sense because. Yeah, I'm pretty. Ministry is a very important role within Veridale. Um, and you have to appoint a council member. So we'll get to the council. Perfect. The council is probably the most involved aspect role or job within Veridale as of now. I mean, the ministries you do what you want to do, and the ambassadors you represent what you want to. I mean, you represent us, so you will be reporting to me, but you don't really have decision making. Governors will be an important role in our future, but as of now, no. Um, but the council, I love the council because I talk to my council members and we make policies up. Um, so with the council, you want to represent your interests for your ministry that you're representing. That being said, and you so basically you give me when I introduce a new policy, I put a vote in the Discord server, and if you like that policy, you vote yes, which most of the time they do, and if you don't like the policy, you vote no. If more than 50 people vote no, that means we're going to do a what you call uh, court session, where we well wait a minute, let's go to the court session section now. This is probably our most how do you put it, interesting, not interesting. I've put a lot of work developing how this will work and went through many phases, and we finally now have it fully planned out, which I'm really happy about. Probably there's room for updates, but overall, it's pretty planned out. Um, we're doing our first court case now, actually, over the course of this week and next week. Will be next week and a half a week. I don't know. We'll be doing a court case and deciding on a name. So we'll be doing a court case, decide on a finalized updated name. It'll still be Veridale, but like prefix with discussing. Um, yeah. So if a council member and a marshal and the marshal, if the council and the marshal disagree, more than 50% of people disagree, then we'll do what is called a court case. Court cases, instead of like one side being right, one side being wrong, because I'm against that, it will more be like the finding a compromise between both sides, so both sides end up happy and we get what we want. Because I think it's always a good. Most of the time, you can find a compromise. As the marshal, I'm very insecure about what I do and what I decide. So the court acts as like a barrier, so I don't make a stupid decision, and they will be like my cushion to help me make good decisions. Obviously, I try to decide, take a week before I make my final decision, but so yeah, we will find a compromise between each other, and yeah, but who will be finding a compromise? You may ask. Well, the judge. Yeah, we have our second to last one, the judge. I love the judge. I don't okay, that was weird. Um, I'm pretty high on not high. I had too much coffee today. I think I definitely had too much coffee. That's a okay. Um, the judge is a very important aspect of Veridale. I'm really happy that they contribute so much and they want to contribute so much. So thank you to Bonagwana. You are a very awesome support. I'm really grateful for everything you have done for Veridale. Thank you very much. Um, so the judge's goal is to find a compromise between the council and the court. And yeah, if if Bonagwana isn't available, then we will do the Mango guy. I don't know his name. And he will, and we have a judge rotation. So if Wanagwana does a lot of cases, he's our main judge. But then we have a Mango guy under, and we have other guys priority list. Wanagwana's on top. Um, yeah, it's very awesome. Yeah, I think that there's not much to the judge role. I mean, I think it's very important, but I don't think it's like listable important. Now we have the final role, my role, the marshal. Yeah. But quickly, I just want to say I did not list the honor guard on this list. I kind of want to change it to the dream guard or something. I probably shouldn't. Just an idea. Um, why are they on here? Is they do not have a government role. They have more of like they have no power in the government. Their job is more of like for funsies, I guess. That's the word. Yeah, I love you, on God. They're very awesome, and all my most of my friends are a part of it. Very awesome people, guys. But yeah, I want to keep this under a minute, so that's all. Bye. And now we have my role, which from everything I just listed, it's a lot that we're doing, and I'm managing most of this. I saw an interview that Samir did recently, where he talked about how he wants his kids to inherit it. I want my kids to inherit it too. So I'm thinking of making the marshal a inheritance rule, so my child would inherit it, and my child after that, and after that. I don't want to force my kids into this. Obviously, only if they're interested. I want to give them other avenues for their interests. But yeah, this is like a family rule. My kids will, and so on and so forth. Other than that, um, I manage everything. The only real checks and balances the marshal had is the council, and we try to compromise. So it's not really a dictatorship. It's not really a monarchy. I call it a marshal-ship. I call it a marshalship because I hate king. I hate being called a king. Being called a king is super cringy in my opinion. Not offense to people who call themselves kings, but I don't want to be called a king. So no king for me. Also no king for me. Um, I don't want to be called a dictator. I hate dictatorships. Dictatorships are awful. So that's why I added checks and balances. Obviously, I'm probably the most passionate person about this in the project, so I should have more control. And I'm not to say other people don't have passion in it. I know Charlie. I know you have a lot of passion in this. Um, but yeah, I do everything basically. I like everything. It's like many hats. Um, yeah, it's like everything, I guess. Wow. This is a long video. I hope you guys are watching the whole thing. And I had too much coffee today. So I guess the part of the reason why I'm talking like this is I have way too much coffee. We'll do the outro in a few secs. So I didn't do the intro. I normally do on most of my videos. I didn't do the outro I normally do on most of my videos. God. That was awful. But that's past and I'm taking that off my channel. That was awful. Um if you guys be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, I'd be pretty happy. Um, yeah, that's all. I'm really happy you guys stick. If you guys watch the whole thing, I'm really happy. You should become a supporter. You should subscribe and stuff. Usual. That alligator guy in the beginning was kind of weird.